Hey guys.
Here you go. I love that countdown. I love it. It just put me in the game. In the game. Just like if I was like before a hockey game or something. I don't know. Maybe it's psychologic to me, but Instagram. You guys can watch me dancing for 30 seconds. I love it. Facebook,
Oh
Carl's
no.
Wine Club, Carl's Wine Club members, Canadian wine lovers across the country. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Guess what? It is Wine Wednesday, happy hour Wine Wednesday. So welcome everyone. Mira Boucher, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. What a great day. What a beautiful day, eh? Beautiful sunny day. There you go. Jean-Denis just tuning in. Jennifer, hi Jennifer. Yeah, you love the countdown. I know, eh? It's kind of like woohoo. So Instagram, welcome, good evening. So from everyone, Sandra is just joining us. Sandra from Saskatchewan, if I am not mistaken. So our people from the island, 5 o'clock now. So we changed the time a little bit this week. So just try to accommodate everyone across the country. So see if it's easier for our people, definitely easier for our people on the West Coast. That it's a no-brainer for sure. 4 o'clock, like it's pretty hard to understand. Now let's see how people all the way back east can join us at 8 o'clock Eastern time. But hope it does well, because you know what? I kind of like it. It gives a little bit of a give us a little bit of a buffer with the school pickup, get home, get dinner going. So what do you think, Mira? Do you like that 5 o'clock or that 6 o'clock mountain, or where do you stand about that?
Well, I think it's great. I don't know. It's 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock for our people in Ontario and Quebec.
No. 8 o'clock, 9
8
o'clock,
o'clock,
only,
8 o'clock.
yeah.
Only for the Atlantic. Yeah, so that's probably fine. I don't know. As a parent, I mean, anything after 8 is great because kids are in bed, right? So
Depending in which household, right?
yeah, well, not at our house, but you know, responsible people. Yeah. So yeah, people are saying that time works. That's awesome. Sorry about that, Vicky.
It's a good start. Hey, Vicky, it was on the post. We posted it yesterday to let people know.
It's easy to miss these things. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. There you go. So everyone across the country. So 5 o'clock for our people on the West Coast, in Kelowna, in Vancouver, in the Fraser Valley, Abbotsford in the area. So 6 o'clock across the mountain here. So it's fun. We're right after dinner. We had, I don't know, let me know if you have anything in your glass. Let me know, what are you drinking? Let me know if you're back east what you had for dinner, because we had some tortellini, some nice broiled with cheese tortellini with Caesar salad. So it was pretty good. And what do we have in our glass today, Mira? What do you have in your glass up there? Tell us.
Well, I got three glasses here. Look at this. Like, because we opened up the Riesling Brut from Lunessence when? Monday. And to our surprise, it's super lively still 2 days later. So normally, like, the bubbles die down after 2 days, but I guess we did a good job sealing it. So, so there's that one. Then we've got we've got a Pinot Noir, and we've got the Crescendo, right?
The Crescendo, the Bordeaux Blanc from Lunessence. So it's all about Lunessence today. We are Lunessence across the board. We have a draw as well. We have a draw. We'll listen to you. We had a great post a couple weeks ago talking about how people just came in and letting us know how much they appreciate Carl's Wine Club. Like a random post. It was awesome to read. And somewhere in there, people will say, oh, we really like draws. So you know what? We listened to you, and now we are happy to see. We're going to have a draw tonight. So Mira, you have a plan, because, okay, I'll tell everyone here. Everyone, you need to listen to me. You don't do a draw around Mira Boucher without being organized. Okay, so sometimes I feel like we need a firm to supervise the whole thing. Like, like you remember when you used to watch TV, the news at 10 o'clock at night, and they were doing the 649 draw? They always, that firm was overseeing the draw. I think we need to hire them, because putting a name on now, you need to be organized. You need to be organized. And Mira got us organized. How are we going to do that, Mira?
Well, basically, I'm just grabbing your names as you comment and putting them into a random draw picker. And then I'm hoping, it's not 100% sure, but I'm hoping I can share my screen and the random draw picker will like spin through all the names and pick one.
So, but it's, okay, so what do we need to do to win that bottle? Because, what do we have?
So what are you giving away? Yes.
What do we give away? And what do we have to do to be part of that draw? Because if it's only like being good looking, maybe I can be part of it.
Yeah.
No? Tell everyone what do we have to do, and what do we win?
Well, I think that you are giving away a bottle of 2020 Blanc de Noir from Lunessence. It's a rosé. Still, we thought it was sparkling at first, but it's still.
Okay, a rosé from Lunessence, a full one, not a third, not this one, not this one. A full one of the 2020 Blanc de Blanc, Blanc de Noir Lunessence. So it can be confusing, because usually Blanc de Noir, it's the terminology to designate a sparkling wine, champagne method made with Pinot Noir. But no, don't be confused. It's a Merlot Syrah. Merlot Syrah rosé, big and full body, perfect for meal. Like if you have like a great fish on the, anyway, long story short, that's what we're giving away. Okay.
Perfect. And the way to win is to leave at least one comment, because I will take all the names of people that left a comment as you leave them and put them into a random draw picker. We're also entering anyone who's purchased a pack already. So if you already bought a pack from Lunessence, then we'll enter your name as well.
Or if you are thinking and you're not sure, and now you're like, yeah, maybe I should buy one, I'm giving you two. If you buy one, 2 entries, okay, 2 extra entries if you buy a pack during the show, okay? If you buy a pack during the show, I'll give you 2 extra entries. How about that, Mira?
Sounds like fun.
I love it. I love it.
Wine. See, wine is so close to the word win, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Feel like a winner.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's a hint that we need to win wine sometimes.
We had some great comment coming in right away, like Gail Butler. Gail, I'm interested to know where are you joining in from? And to answer your question, it was one of the first for me as well to see a Merlot Syrah blend on the rosé side. It was really unusual, and I was extremely intrigued by that. And they make only 153 cases of that beauty. It's usually something that goes out right away when the tasting room opens at Lunessence. But this year, everything is so different. So because they're not sure about like when, how they're going to open the tasting room on the patio, so they gave us access to some of them, and also some Magnum of it, 1.5 liter. Anyway, long story short, I completely agree with you, Gail. It is a unusual blend. But when I tasted it, first I gave it a 90 points because it's very different. It's well made. It's not that fresh little Provence style of light rosé. No. It is a big boy rosé, hey, Mira? Like big and rich, and almost like it's almost a cold red wine. But if you want to have a tuna, like a big tuna steak on the barbecue, or a thick piece of fish on the grill, it will be the absolute perfect pairing with that. So we really like the food approach of that big boy rosé. So really intriguing, really interesting. So wow, these comments are absolutely flying. Mira, do you give me like a 3 or 4 minutes to just go do an overview in French of what we're doing?
See, that would be awesome because I am just trying to get all these names down for the draw. So that'd be great.
Perfect. So, bonjour. We're going to go in French for a few minutes here just to say hi to our to our friends in back east in the belle province de Quebec, Nouveau-Brunswick and Northern Ontario, because we have francophone all across the country being member of Carl's Wine Club. So it's one of the really good things. So bonsoir tout le monde en français. J'espère que vous passez un bon mercredi. Bienvenue à notre Happy Hour Wednesday. Ça fait plaisir de vous recevoir. On change un petit peu l'heure pour accommoder tout le monde au pays. C'était très tôt pour nos gens de la côte ouest. Très tôt. 4 heures, c'était vraiment pas l'idéal pour les gens de la côte est, de la côte ouest. Donc, on a pensé que d'essayer de faire des switches une fois de temps en temps, de la mettre à 6 heures, heure des montagnes, donc à mon heure. Donc, on parle de 8 heures, heure de l'Est, en espérant que ça convienne à tout le monde. On est très ouvert à tous les commentaires, toutes les suggestions. So, s'il vous plaît, laissez-nous savoir qu'est-ce que vous en pensez d'avoir le show, nos lives maintenant à 8 heures, heure de l'Est, au lieu de commencer à 7 heures. En espérant que ça plaise tout le monde. Et puis, ce soir, on parle Lunessence. Lunessence est un des très beaux petits vignobles de la vallée d'Okanagan qui est situé plus principalement dans le village de Summerland. Summerland est un petit peu plus vers le nord. Si je vous donne une idée du nord au sud de la vallée de l'Okanagan qui commence à Lake Country aux alentours de Vernon, bon, c'est Lake Country, c'est Kelowna, le Kelowna Est, où est-ce qu'on peut retrouver Summerhill, Spearhead, des wineries comme ça, ou bien Martins Lane, Cedar Creek, et aussi le West Kelowna, le Kelowna West Wine Trail. Ça, c'est aussi qu'on retrouve Montboucherie, Mission Hill, Volcanic Hill, Friend, qui est nouveau. En tout cas, tout ça, c'est la très populaire trail de l'ouest de Kelowna. Ensuite, on descend à Peachland et ensuite, c'est Summerland, juste avant d'arriver à Penticton et le Naramata Bench. Ensuite, on va au sud complètement, qui est Okanagan Falls, qui est aussi Oliver et Osoyoos, près des lignes des États-Unis. Donc, c'est la répartition de la vallée de l'Okanagan du nord au sud. Donc, Summerland est juste au sud de Kelowna, donc dans la partie nord. Peut-être plus dans le centre de la vallée de l'Okanagan. Un microclimat qui est très bien, qui donne le potentiel d'avoir un petit peu comme Naramata et Penticton, un petit peu de tout. Là, maintenant, quand on se trouve à Summerland, il y a plus de soleil, il y a plus de chaleur qu'au nord. Il y a quelques semaines de plus en degrés d'addition pour faire les vendanges. Donc, ça peut vous permettre d'avoir une belle maturité des plus gros cépages en rouge. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'on a ce soir? Qu'est-ce qu'on a en offre comme coffret de dégustation cette semaine avec Lunessence, qui est un très petit vignoble, qui a aussi un single estate vineyard sur la propriété, ils sont complètement organiques. Et puis, on offre cette semaine le Brut Riesling et Pinot Blanc, qui est complètement organique, qui est la nouvelle release de l'année en 2020. J'ai donné 90 points, c'est bien. Il y a encore une très belle saveur, des fruits mûrs. Mais il n'y a pas de sucré c'est en brut, donc c'est en dessous de 15 grammes de sucre. Donc, ce qui fait qu'il y a une belle acidité, qu'il y a des beaux fruits mûrs, mais en même temps, c'est une très belle opportunité de faire des agencements mais vins spectaculaires. Il y a aussi un Riesling qui est de l'année 2018. On a aussi un assemblage de rondes, de raisins du Rhône, donc le Viognier, la Marsanne, la Roussanne, qui est très rare dans la vallée d'Okanagan. Les fruits sont récoltés dans le sud, donc ça fait un blend qui est très riche. En allant dans le rouge, on offre cette semaine le Pinot Noir que j'ai ouvert hier. Oh, je suis désolé, j'étais en train de lire un commentaire en français. Jean-Denis, tu viens d'aller de venir me prendre mon attention. Qui est en rouge, un pinot noir que j'ai donné 90 points hier, que d'autres critiques ont donné 92 points. C'est un beau pinot noir léger, je dirais médium à léger, tout en cerise. Un beau fini assez complexe de tabac. Ça, c'était très, 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 très bien comme pinot noir. Ensuite, on s'en va en le Pinot, ensuite le Crescendo. Le Crescendo qui est l'assemblage de Bordeaux en Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Petit Verdot. 93 points. Moi, je n'ai pas goûté encore. Et je vais faire ça pendant le show cet après-midi, ce soir. Donc, j'ai hâte d'y goûter. Tony Aspler, un des critiques de l'Ontario, lui a donné 93 points. Donc, c'est très attendu. J'ai très hâte de voir qu'est-ce que ça va donner pour le Crescendo. Ensuite, on offre deux bouteilles bonus. Donc, vous avez une sélection de 8 bouteilles et puis vous faites votre coffret de 6 bouteilles un petit peu comme vous le désirez. Il y a le Cabernet Sauvignon, 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, de petite quantité, 200 caisses, et le Chardonnay, le Small Lot Series Chardonnay. Ensuite, qu'on peut mettre sur que j'ai donné 91 points en fin de semaine quand je l'ai goûté. Donc, une très belle sélection de Lunessence de Summerland en Colombie-Britannique. Un beau bonjour à tous nos mondes en français. Mon membre de Victoriaville, un beau bonjour. Notre chum Jean-Denis de la belle région de Québec. Un beau bonjour, Jean-Denis. JD, les Red Sox, ce soir, on joue contre les Mets puis The Groom. Quand je suis descendu, je ne sais pas si c'était encore 1-0, mais du gros baseball, une grosse victoire hier en plus. Un de nos membres qui est à Québec, Jean-Denis Valère, est un grand fan des Red Sox comme moi, donc j'aime bien ça le tenir au courant sur notre passion du baseball également. Mira, je vois Mira qui est en train de rire en haut là.
we gotta bring you back to English now.
Yeah, I know. Back in English, sorry. Un beau bonjour à Sébastien Laroche également, qui est en français. Donc, everyone, English, French, thank you for joining us. I've never seen that many comments on that comment trail.
The wine giveaway is linked to that, isn't it?
Yeah, what can you do with a bottle of 2020 rosé from Summerland, eh?
Yeah. Hey, did you see Cynthia's question here? Great question, Cynthia. Plans to feature Quebec winery.
Okay, so this is a very good question here. We have someone on the ground there to look for us to see if there's potential. The biggest problem here with the club, Carl's Wine Club, growing at a pretty fast pace, the quantity of wine that the Quebec wineries are producing are not big enough for the supply. They are all producing something in between 700 cases of wine all the way to 2,200 cases of wine. They're pretty much the biggest. So they basically don't have enough. And we approach a bunch, right? When we sent our national email late last year, we got a few answers back. And it was the same answer from all of them across the board. Sorry, we don't have enough supply to be. They most likely supply local, mostly their own region, and they export a little bit across the province. But, there's not a whole lot available. If the opportunity comes in, I'm not saying no. I will be very curious to see how can we package 6 different wines. I think it's going to be another challenge because most of the Quebec wineries produce 2, 3, or maximum 4 different style of wines. So, but yeah, to answer your question, long story short, yes, we would if we have all of the right perimeter, all of the right condition line up for a proper offer. What would you say to that, Mira?
Totally. And I think it'll help when we go in person. As much as things are happening virtually and all this, I think when you go in person, that's when you really get like the inside scoop. So hopefully we'll see that happen maybe next year. I don't know when things will open up, but yes, we would love to feature Quebec winery.
Well, and now So what we Cynthia is saying, or Jennifer is suggesting, these are great points. Combining 2 to 3 producers together, but it's illegal. You cannot co-pack. So that's another logistic problem here. Ontario are allowed to co-pack. I think it's 2 producers together, but there's only Ontario who are allowed to do some co-packing.
It's a patchwork with all our laws around alcohol. That's something else we've got to look at changing, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm very impressed right now? It's the acidity of that Riesling was still bright and sharp and like just zipping around. Like my mouth has been watering, even if the bubbles slow down. The acidity and the zing in that juice is just like, wow. I'm really impressed actually with the result 3 days later, because let's say to everyone, we opened that guy on Monday afternoon, so it's pretty impressive. What do you think up there?
Yeah, I love it. It seems almost as lively as it was 2 days ago.
Yeah, pretty cool. So this is here the and I love the packaging of Lunessence as well. So this is Lunessence. This one is the Brut. And what Brutes mean, that's the designation here. For every sparkling wine, you have Brut, dry, Brut, extra dry, or moelleux, or sweet. So funny enough, Brut is the driest style of sparkling wine. As per the classification, it's not only Canadian, it's international. You will see that on sparkling, on Prosecco, on champagne, on crema, everything sparkly, you will see that Brut or dry or extra dry. So under Brut means under 15 grams of residual sugar. So from 0 all the way to 14.9, you can call it a Brut, and that's the driest style. Here, I put in my notes slightly off dry. It's not sweet at all, and you're seeing with the zip, the acidity and the finish is just in the opening. There's a little bit of like ripe pineapple who come and like make it like pretty round, and the zing comes up more in the mid palate where the lemon and the ginger and maybe the lime peel hit in the mid palate all the way to the end. So yeah, fairly dry style of sparkling. And great price point as well. That's why I gave it a 90 points, is because it totally meet is $24 price point. So really enjoying that. And this will be great for the summer in a reason. It's not necessarily only a patio sipper. This with food, it's like glorious. What did we have with that on Monday? Oh, that's when I had the Vietnamese. We went and get the Vietnamese. Oh, you're on mute, Mira.
Oh, I know. It's loud up here. Our 3 boys.
That will be the challenge, eh? For us at 6, it's right after dinner when the kids try to their time to
hour. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And like I really need to move on because we have like the Pinot to talk to.
Yeah, and the Crescendo.
But this one, like I don't have enough words, I think, to explain how impressed I am with how it sustained the last 2 days. So yeah, wow, absolutely fantastic.
We've got some people praising your enthusiasm, Carl. I've never heard of such a thing. You and enthusiasm. That's awesome.
That's
welcome, Jim. Welcome.
Hey, we're putting every wineries from BC on notice that we are moving there, and we're gonna be right there on the ground visiting tirelessly every week. So I have a very good comment. Is should add extra Brut with the lowest sugar level. Not extra Brut. They call it Brut Zero. Actually, Brut Zero is usually the the driest style when there's absolutely zero addition of sugar, when they do the triage, when they at the end, when they're ready to close the lid, when they're ready to bottle, when the juice is in the bottle, every winery will add either just a drop of liquid sugar or top up with wine after they take the lees, the dead lees out of the bottle, and they do that's what they do, their dosage. That's what dosage means. This is the addition of the liquid sugar at the end to make the style of the champagne, of the sparkling. Because remember, sparkling are made with underripe type of grape. Like the grapes are harvested way earlier, with not the same amount of ripeness, with not the same amount of a natural residual sugar in there, because a sparkling wine needs to keep its acidity level fairly high, and also you don't want to have too much natural sugar in the grape, because you don't want the alcohol level and very simple physics or chemical or chemistry component. Sugar transform in alcohol while during the fermentation. Higher level of sugar in the grape translate in higher alcohol. So you harvest early, you keep the natural sugar level in grape low, you get a fresh and low alcohol level in your sparkling. But at the end, you don't want it too bitter, too dry, or too acidic. So you always add, even in champagne, this is what they do for thousands of years, 800 years, according to the champagne history book. They drop a little bit of liquid sugar into, and now that's how you measure the RS in bubbly. So there you go. That wasn't planned at all. I don't even know where I'm going with that, but a little bit of a sparkling tutorial. Let's put it that way.
Sure, I love it. I'm always learning so much. People are saying the same things. We're all learning. Michelle was wondering, have you ever tasted Border Town? Would you ever feature them? They enjoyed Border Town on their last trip to BC.
Yeah, so Border Town with our friends down there. I have some Petit Verdot here. I have some of their Malbec. Their small lot series are fantastic. Do we want to feature them? We talked about it early at the beginning. Some wineries share our philosophy. Some wineries share our vision with the direct to consumer. With our first approach with them, I'm not sure if they were all into the let's say the direct to consumer trail that we're taking. So I'm not sure if we're gonna feature them in the future. Maybe, I never say no. They might get back to us later on, and they maybe being more interested in doing what we're doing. But we did some work prior to Carl's Wine Club when I was doing the virtual tasting, helping winery to promote their brand on social media pre-pandemic. But I'm not sure that they're ready to go full on direct to consumer. So, but I appreciate their wine. I do, actually. Their Petit Verdot is good. Their Cabernet Franc is good. I like their winemaker. Their winemaker is a good friend of mine, Daniel Bonterin. Still make the wine for Border Town. He also makes the wine at Volcanic Hills, but he also has his own brand, Seven Direction Rosé. And but they got wine studio. So yes, I know Border Town. I like their wine. They're big, they're rich, they're all in fruit because they're so down south in Osoyoos. They are in the hottest place in the Okanagan Valley, and their red are absolutely typical Osoyoos wine, big and rich, and New World style. Let's put it that way. Thank you, Michelle.
Awesome. So what are you tasting tonight?
Oh, yeah. What am I tasting tonight, hey? So I'm running out of
your guys' glasses. If you just tuned in, tell us what's in your glass. We'd love to know. And let me get you a picture of your Crescendo. This one, this bad boy here, right?
Not yet for the crescendo. I have the
No?
crescendo
Oh, you got the Pinot?
in my Gabriel glass, but I ran out of my beautiful Gabriel glass. This is Instagram. This is my beautiful Gabriel glass.
We love those glasses. They're so fun to drink out of.
But I ran out, so I'm using here the big bowl, the big Burgundy style Bella Terra bowl here for the Pinot Noir. Right now, I'm going to dig into the 2019 Lunessence Pinot Noir. So that I cracked yesterday. I have the grapes are sourced on the east side of Kelowna on the Solera. If I don't want to mispronounce the Palo Solera vineyard. It's a very well-known vineyard, really sought after vineyard actually, for many high-end wineries who likes to do Pinot Noir. And I think their estate vineyard at Palo Solera is dedicated to Pinot. I know that Black Swift do a 100% Palo Solera Pinot Noir on their lineup, and this is 100% single vineyard Palo Solera. Here, what I noticed with that Lunessence Pinot Noir, I noticed it's a lighter body. It's a little bit like Oregon style, I would say. I feel a little bit more like Oregon, where it's a little easier to drink, a little more on the red cherry, a little bit of tobacco leaves, a little bit of just like I mentioned in my tasting note, just a tad of forest floor, who brings me a little bit to Burgundy, but mostly that's the easy drinking Oregon style that I feel in that freshness. Lots of freshness, bright acidity. On the palate, it's red cherry. It's a little bit of cranberry to keep the tartness in the back. Very pleasant. Some herbs. Those are fresh chopped herbs. And what else do I get in there? There's a very nice vanilla profile as well. I can definitely tell there was some use of oak in there, which still I would say integrating together, but that vanilla profile in the mid palate just bring a second dimension right after the cherry. So cherry, vanilla lead me to a little bit of like Black Forest cake, Black Forest cake. And after that, I get a little bit of herbs, of fresh chopped herb. And to finish with maybe a little bit of spice, not too much, and earthiness, where the cranberry bring me some little bit of a tartness. So easy drinking. I give it a 90 points. Some other wine critic gives that wine a 92 points. So this is a very well received Pinot across the board by Canadian critic. And I'm pleased because it's a lighter style, and when spring arrived, we all tend to jump out there and start cooking with fresh ingredient, right? After the winter, when you're more into the big meat and the preserved and all of that, spring hit, and you go to the farmer's market, and you're rushing to get your fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, lighter style of meal, like fresh salad and all that. And it's the perfect wine, in the sense that if you're a red wine drinker, that does not overpower all of your fresh food that you are all about during the spring. And then most of us fire up their barbecue, and for chicken, like bird on the barbecue, this is perfect. I really like it. I give it a 90 points for the reason of the freshness, the lighter body, because to me, it doesn't have to be a big boy, super full extracted, and especially in Pinots, because to me, Pinot is a lighter style of wine, and I don't appreciate this extremely extracted style of Pinot, where and how the Americans sometimes, I won't name any names, but like sometimes they will come up with some of these wines and put Pinot Noir on the bottle, but you're pretty sure that there's 25% of Syrah or Grenache in their wine because it doesn't taste like Pinot. This is pure fruit Pinot. This is authentic, and this is fresh, and I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Mira, what do you think of the Pinot?
Yeah, it's great. Like you're saying, I think a lot of these wines we're finding from Lunessence are solid, kind of 89, 90, 91 point kind of wines. Like there hasn't been one miss yet from all the ones we've tried. Vicky's saying she's a wine club member at Lunessence and that they age well. So that's good to know that some of these ones that we're tasting right now are a bit young and probably need a couple more years before they really hit their stride.
No, I'm glad to hear that, because the way I was like, and Mira, I think you hit the nail on the head by saying that, like, I don't get that spectacular 95 plus points where it's mind-boggling, but all of their wines, they are all around, like you mentioned, 89, 90, 91. And not only by me, if I look around, Dina Van Mulligan, Tony Aspler, the crew at Wine Line, like all of their wines are like all across the board rated from between 89 to 91, even some 93 with the Crescendo, and 92 here with that Pinot Noir. So I like the consistency, and I also like the authenticity of the terroir. This is unmistakably Pinot Noir. It's lighter style, beautifully made. And now I cannot wait to dig into the Crescendo, because this is their flagship. This is what they're well known for. This is their highly rated wine. So I'm going to dig into that. But just before I dig into the Crescendo, I think people who know me now, who's been part of the club for a while, know my passion for Chardonnays. And this weekend, we did something pretty cool. Mira and I think it was on Friday, where we popped like 3 or 4 different Chardonnays. And I gave Mira a Chardonnay tutorial between the unoak, the lightly oak, the medium oak, all the way to the big full oaky style of Chardonnay. And Mira, how about you talk to our people about the experience, the Chardonnay experience that I give you this on Friday night?
Yeah, it was totally impromptu and it was super cool. I just said, so what is with oak? I kind of understand sometimes when it's oaky, but not, not always. So and yeah, we had, what did we have? We had Casaba, which I think was unoaked, yeah. And then we had the small lot Chardonnay from here, which I think 2 people have already asked Carl if you rated it, and I think you did. So we'll pull that up in a second. And that was kind of like a medium oak treatment. And then what was the oakier one?
Foreign Affair
Chardonnay.
Foreign Affair.
Yeah. So it was really interesting because they were so different, but all, like, I could tell they were all the same kind of grape. But yeah, it was really neat. Hey.
And we have Jennifer here. She would like to hear about the Chardonnay experience if we taped it. No, it was completely impromptu, eh? I think that was the funniest part of it. We were just sitting at the table, and I wanted to taste Casaba, and I needed to taste Lunessence because I knew that was coming, and I had 2 open, and I'm like, okay, now I would really like to have a full oaky, so to put it side by side. So I threw that Foreign Affair, and now we had the 3 spectrums. So no, we did not recorded it. But Jennifer, stay put, because Mira's planning a blind tasting for me, all Chardonnay from across Canada very soon. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but it will happen. And also, I'm working on something about Chardonnay with my friend Marcel Morgenstern from Pondview. We want to do 2 Chardonnays from Western Canada versus 2 Chardonnay from Ontario, and we want to do not the battle of the Chardonnays because we don't want to see which one is better, but we really want taste them side by side and to see how different these terroir can make your wine. So that's something also. So for the summer, we're gonna have a couple of Chardonnay events. Listen, it is to expect because I love Chardonnay. I'm passionate about Chardonnay, and I want to restore the name of Chardonnay across our membership because there's still anything ABC out there, that what we call the anything but Chardonnay, that people viscerally dislike Chardonnay because of bad experience with over oak, mostly American Napa Valley Chardonnay were not well balanced. So I really want to restore that name, and because there's so many different styles of Chardonnays across the world, around the world, but mostly in our country, we have an amazing cold climate terroir here, and they gives us the opportunity to produce outstanding world-class Chardonnay. And we saw it a couple weeks ago with Pearl Morissette. I still taste the 2017 Cuvée 19e in my mouth. I still have that profile of caramel, of ginger, of lime, of apricot. Like, it was incredible. And this, I gave it a 96.
And you gave it 96 points, and then 10 minutes later, we're tasting the Lunessence Chardonnay, which is excellent.
Yeah,
but after that, it's a tough act to follow. But look, Derek has a brilliant idea. Do the Chardonnay experience on May 21st, International Chardonnay Day. That should be like your birthday or something, Carl, because Carl loves Chardonnay.
Yeah. Which date?
May 21st.
21st. So Mira, you have some work to do before the 21st. Let's throw a big show, okay?
Okay.
That would be fun. A Chardonnay day, like we should be live for 2 hours on the 21st, and let's just do like a Chardonnay Lollapalooza or something absolutely crazy because we can shop. We will be in wine country this weekend. We can get a bunch of it. So.
But you got to have that Pearl Morissette somewhere in there.
Hey, the shipment is on the way. We order more. Remember? We ordered more.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Okay. So that's that Pinot. I don't know why, again, like I was talking about Pinot and now I turn into Chardonnay. Oh my God. I have a hard time to focus. Oh yeah, because we're saying I wanted to talk about the Lunessence Chardonnay before I move into, but yeah, the Lunessence Chardonnay small lot. It was under 100 cases produced, and this is part of our 2 bonus bottle that you can mix and match your pack the way you want. And this Chardonnay, again, Mira just explained it. I tasted that poor guy right after Pearl Morissette, where I was still on the hype, like walking on the moon, like if I just had sex. Whoa, did I say that? Darn it, sorry.
Yeah, we try and censor Carl as much as we can, but sometimes.
But okay. And yeah, I tasted the Lunessence, and it still holding his own even after that extreme experience of Pearl Morissette. But I knew some couple re-rated. But yeah, I gave it a 91 point. What I liked with the small lot Lunessence Chardonnay, it's, again, I often use that terminology, is the acidity. Beautiful point of acidity. They're starting that we had to start a little peachy on the start, but turn into mostly lime and lemon, maybe a little bit of sweet lemon, and that nice oak in the middle, not over oaky, definitely just slightly oak, who gives it a nice envelope, just a nice texture, not super creamy, but not lean and unoaky. It's just right down the middle. And I just thought that the result was just beautiful. There's that defined ginger and chamomile in the middle palate as well. And the zippy finish as well. Not the Riesling zippy, like not like super like zing, but like a beautiful bright acidity who keeps my kept my mouth watering for a while. So yeah, it was an interesting, not only interesting, it was a pleasant and a definite winner also for what I experienced, because tasting Chardonnays from all over the world, and especially right now across the country, at 91 point, it definitely sit on my upper tier of quality. It's a $25 Chardonnay, makes its price point absolutely a no-brainer of a price point. And if I have to give it a reference of from where, like a geographical point of reference, I might say it's a cross from the old and the old and the new world. I might go to the Russian River Valley in Sonoma. So the bit of texture of the Napa, but not even like really slightly, and also that bright acidity and creaminess from the Sonoma County. So beautiful Chardonnay. Okay, now I am smelling the Crescendo. Mira, did you have the chance to taste Crescendo so far?
Yes, I didn't quite know which one was which, and then I tasted them and I could tell. Getting better at
that. There's cassis on the nose for sure, like dark fruit on the nose. Definitely the pencil shaving, the pencil lead. This is, if you get your nose in there, Mira, close your eyes. I know you're from Romania. You didn't have any pencil when you were going to school. Different. Sorry about that. Didn't try to make fun at you. No, there's a pencil lead, a little bit of an old world Bordeaux in that nose.
So Daryl was asking if you've reviewed the Rhone blend. Which one is the Rhone blend?
Viognier Roussanne Marsan. No, I haven't yet.
Maybe we'll do that a little later tonight if we have it. Not live, because I think it'll be like 10 o'clock by then. There was just a knock at our door, but there can't be wine at this time of night, right?
A knock at the door?
It's probably not wine. It's probably Amazon. We'll leave it.
We get wine shipment every hours of the day.
We went out for an hour today, and 2 wine boxes got delivered. And one of them called us because he knows us and said, can I leave it? And then the other one left a tag. He's a new guy. So...
yeah. And did you tell our people what happened to you yesterday?
I got ID'd. I can't tell you. I know they're supposed to ID everybody, but normally they don't ID us, right? Because they can tell that we got like kids running around. We're over 19. But yeah, it was the new guy that probably left the sticker or whatever. And yeah, he totally said, "Ma'am, can I please see your identification?" I was like, "Yes, sir. I'll go get it."
You know what? And I followed Daryl Hickey's. He gave me a tip right after that. He called me and said, "Call, buy a gun." So yes, I did, and I saw the same thing come back today. And this delivery guy came back today with a big smile, like, ho, ho, ho. And I said, "You come here. I need to talk." No, I'm just joking.
None of this ever happened. This is Carl, and Carl doesn't drink, so he has no excuse sometimes.
Just joking. I just tried to get this wine opening up right now, so it's pretty.
A little more closed. Like Vicky said, these ones are fairly young, right? So they'll age another couple of years would be a good idea. I'm just gonna close the door just a
So what I'm getting here, like Vicky's mentioning here, especially for this one, I'm seeing a little bit of a need a little bit of time for the oak to integrate the whole thing, because I can see a disconnection between the oak and the fruit right at the beginning. But I also see some potential, some Bordeaux potential here. There's a nice finish. There's a very nice finish. Nice soft grip. The tannin around. The tannin are not aggressive at all. So the disconnection is a little bit more at the beginning on the front palate than in the back palate. There's a nice spice also, all on dark fruit, really dark fruit in there. Cassis, blackcurrant. The nose are a little bit on the, definitely on graphite, pencil shaving. I got tobacco leaves in the middle palate, where it's made it a little chewy.
I never knew quite what you meant by it's a little chewy, a wine to be a little chewy, but I get it in this wine. I totally see what you mean. There's a little bit of that. Yeah, you almost want to chew it.
Look at my mouth. Look at my mouth. Chewy, right? Like the tannin grip my cheeks. So, yeah, Michael, this wine has lots of potential. I would say probably it's going to hit its stride in 2 years. Still need a little bit. I got the grip also coming on top of like my top gum. So my upper jaw. So there's a nice body there. There's a nice complexity, but I like the tobacco. There's some tobacco here, like more old world than I was expecting. Without the extreme pull, some of the young Bordeaux will rip like are really more tannic than that. But this is on dark now. This is really nice. There's a lot to do with that, and especially with the barbecue. I think there's a nice smokiness, natural smokiness in there. And when I'm sorry, and for me, smoky, it's not the cigarette. It's not. It's to me, it's more of the grill smoke. It's not the fire, the forest fire smoke. And when I describe a little smoky, I will right away mention to you if it's a forest fire type of smoke. This one, it's more about the grill smoke. When I cook my food, that's what I mean by a little bit of smokiness. So I definitely get maybe some dark bitter chocolate in the middle as well. Dark bitter chocolate comes to me. So let's see here about scores. What would you think? Let's start with Mira's rating scale first.
All right. For the crescendo?
Yeah.
The one where, yeah. Well, so it's evolved. Like I have to explain now. I think 5 glasses to a bottle. Do I like it or not? I like it. Yes, I like it. If there's 5 glasses to a bottle, basically I'm saying, would I drink 1 glass, 2 glasses, 3 glasses, 4 glasses, or go for a whole bottle and I don't want to share? That Chardonnay we had the other day from Pearl Morissette was like a magnum. That was like, I want a magnum and I want it all to myself. It was phenomenal. And that was 96 points, right? I don't know what 100 points would be. A double magnum?
You know what? And that's what we had that conversation with some members at our wine dinner this weekend, talking about rating and rating systems and all that. And I am early in my career rating wines. I've been 25 years in the wine business, tasting wine, running wine programs in restaurants and airlines. But as a reviewer, I'm a year into it, and sometimes I'm kind of scared of overrating the wines, with being afraid of people perceive me as giving candies. I don't want to be well known as the guy who rate every wine has been rated like above 90. That's not what I want to be well known. I don't want to be the guy that I don't want to be Santa Claus of wine, giving gift to mediocre wines. That's not what I want to be well known for. But when I come across these outstanding, like all of this world type of wine, but that's what happened to me with the Chardonnay. I was scared of reading it. And as was mentioning to some people this weekend, I wish I had the balls to give it a 98 points, because my gut, my inside was telling me, was screaming at me 98 points. That's what I wanted to give. And I was just like I shit the bed. Because I just didn't want to overrate it. But either way, it's the best wine that I tasted this year. And now we're going off rail again, because we're talking about Lunessence, and now we're back with Pearl Maurice.
Talking about it.
And we might stay like that for a couple of weeks, because we're still we probably have our 10-15 minutes of Pearl Maurice daily since the offer, correct? Like every day, like every time, like we always, I don't know why. We just
we're talking about dinner. We say, oh, maybe we should get some prawns. Ooh, that would go really well with that Pearl Maurice.
everything is Pearl Maurice. That's kind of funny.
But okay, so this is a really lovely red. My rating is yes, I like it. If I'm with friends, I could easily drink 3-4 full bottle. Okay. If I'm with friends and I'm having food with it. If it's just me with no food, I'd say solid 3, maybe 4 glass. Like you can do that if you're sort of enjoying yourself with this one. It's very easy to drink and enjoy. And that's my take lately is, we were going for a walk the other day. The day was so beautiful. And I said, I could go on this walk for like 2 hours and not feel cold or cranky or tired. Like it was just a beautiful day. And I think that's what a beautiful wine is like too, where you just feel you can just keep sipping this and keep enjoying it and keep discovering it. And I think that's what makes a wine rated higher to me, because, there's some wines where, you have a glass or two and you go, that's good. Like I'm getting overwhelmed with some of the taste or something like that, right? But this is very enjoyable. And it's young. So that's a good time.
It's really young, though. That's why, and I can see a little bit now. I get like the oak, the whiff of vanilla coming out. Like I said, when the whole thing gets integrated, and when we got the second push of his life, when he entered his window, I would say 2 years. This will be like this has potential to be a great wine. And now we're talking about. Okay, here, Crescendo. What's the price of Crescendo here? Let me get
$29.99.
So this is okay. This is under $30. So if we put that, because I always put the price into my equation when I rate wine, and for Bordeaux blend, so for Meritage, right here, for Meritage, under $30, this is, and I just referred to the 93 point that Tony Aspler, is it Tony Aspler or is Dana Van Mulligan who gave that? I think it's Dana Van Mulligan who rated that wine 93 points.
Tony Aspler. It's in the little figure at the bottom there. Yeah, Tony Aspler. Okay,
so Tony Aspler gave it a 93 points. And I would say I'm with him. Like if it's not 93, I'm at 92. 92 will be my score. I like that. I like the potential. I would say now what gets me 92 instead is maybe the disconnect with the oak and the fruit at the beginning. But very well made. I want to give it 2 more years before he hit his absolute prime. So beautiful wine. It's definitely worth his $30. So
Harry, Kellen, Stephen, all you guys joining, thank you so much for your comments. We're doing a draw, so we're gonna.
Oh, Mira, here is it's Sherry Carlo that I have on the phone today this morning.
Oh,
with
no way! That's so cool.
Sherry, nice to have you on. Awesome, thanks for joining. I had such a lovely conversation with that lady. Sherry owns Carlo Estate Winery out of Prince Edward County, and we had a lovely chat this morning, almost for like 40 minutes. You know that you're talking with the right people when you have a business call schedule and you end up talking about like so many different things than only business. So Sherry, that was great meeting you, and we're really excited to taste your wine. So welcome to the club.
That's there you cool. Go. Small world. Thanks for stopping by.
Draw time, is it?
Should we? It's like 7. Yeah, it's 7:02 where we are. So yeah, I think we kind of said between 5 and 6. If you leave a comment, boom, you're in the draw. So let's see if we can pull this off because I have never shared a screen on this little StreamYard thing we're on right now. So
I trust you, and all my faith is in you. And
Thank you.
If you need any help and any cues on technology, you know where you can find me, right? You know I can help.
So Carl is the go-to guy if you need anything for technology or like, a mechanic to fix your car.
This guy.
The bathroom faucet is leaking. No, totally not. Don't want to go to Carl.
I might be busy cooking dinner when it's time to fix that.
Or tasting some wine. Stick to the tasting the wine.
I might be, but we don't have that guy. The go-to guy. No, it's not me. No, not me. Okay, let's go.
Right, so here we go. Are you ready? I'm gonna try and do this. Share screen. I'm scared that you're gonna see everything on my screen.
And
oh, this might not be good. Okay, here we go. Window. Oh no, it's gonna let me pick. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Do you see the window? No, here it is. See that window? There we go. So
yeah. You're right in. It looks great. So just to tell our people here on Instagram, we are doing our draw for the Lunessence Blanc de Noir Rosé 2020. Oh, we got a winner. Jeanette Pele, Jeanette and Danny Flynn. So you guys are
very lucky. I feel like you should go buy a lotto ticket. I think you won one of our draws a couple months back too.
I think they won our glassware.
Well, Danny did, yeah.
Yeah, so, Danny won the Gabriel glass.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do this every week, right, Carl? We'll give away a bottle every week.
Every week we're gonna do a draw. Every Wednesday we're gonna have a different bottles. Usually will be the feature winery of that week. So yeah, that's where we're going. We hear you loud and clear that you guys enjoy draws. So guess what? That's what we want to give you. So we'll do that. Mira and I are on soon. We're going to make more of our beautiful Carl's Wine Club coffee mug available as well for purchase. Right, Mira?
That's right. And potentially some other fun things. If you guys have ideas, let me know. I'm thinking it's summer and we need some kind of like t-shirts or something that talk about Canadian wine.
T-shirt, eh?
Okay. Something about Canadian wine, because that's our mission, really, guys. It's to make Canadian wine something that everyone is, front and center. We're one of the only countries in the world that exports more than we consume domestically for wine, and it's a shame because we have such great wine. So,
yeah. Okay.
Awesome. Well, it was so great to see you guys.
So, thanks everyone for tuning in. It's now 9 o'clock Eastern. Un gros merci à tout le monde qui se sont joints à nous en français, en anglais. Un gros merci à tous les gens du Nouveau-Brunswick, des provinces de l'Atlantique, nos chums du Québec, Jean-Denis pis sa gang, Pierre Nollet, ma mère, tout le monde, tous nos supporters en français. Un gros merci de vous être joints à nous autres, le nord de l'Ontario, le Manitoba, d'une belle communauté francophone en Alberta également. Donc, un beau merci, Cynthia. Merci d'être joint à nous. Donc, everyone, a big thank you. Mira Boucher, once again, you did a great job. What did you do with the kids? Did you lock them outside or?
No. They're all, I don't even think they're on any screen. So they're all like playing a game or reading.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing.
Just everyone letting you know we're going to spend the weekend at our new place in BC.
Taking possession. It is essential reasons.
Essential reason. Yes.
And going to a doctor's visit.
And I have a doctor appointment as well. Medical reasons.
Very good essential reasons. It's true. We're also so excited.
Oh yeah. So everyone, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your Wednesday night. Enjoy your wine. Enjoy your Canadian wine. World-class Canadian wine. That's what we make around here. That's what we talk about. World-class Canadian wine. So thanks, Carl's Wine Club member, Canadian wine lover, Mira Boucher. Love you all.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.